Alright, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to IR3. And last time we set up this hydrogen facility here. And one thing that we need to get taken care of is we need to get the train that is running out here picking up coal and then coming back and dropping it back off endlessly. So we need to take that off of there, and we need to set this to enable and disable if our coal is, and I do believe we have it for, is it 8K is what we set it for? Yeah, no, less than 16K. Alright, so we set that less than, and then 16,000. Okay, so now that will disable that train stop if we are below the amount, so it won't try to come here. It'll fill up and it will try to come here, and we need to do the same thing here for that one, because that should be where he's currently set, and it is. So we're just going to copy this, and we're going to walk our butts down here. I think I might actually be able to do it. Can I paste that through? That's a copper. So we're going to paste it. Oh, we got to do the wires. But I should be able to paste that on there. But it isn't going to matter if I don't have the wires, so let's go ahead and run my butt right on down there and get this set correctly. And we have two different places for coal to be picked up at, so it's not a problem if our other train needs to pick up. Okay, so there we go. Enable, disable, and then we can come in here. That. Did I do the wrong? I think I did the wrong one. I screw that up from time to time. So shift that, I think. There we go. I never can remember if it's right or left that I need to do at times. So that one is the same way. So now that is disabled. So he will not be able to go there. He will not be able to go there. Now, the issue is he is probably going to come here to the power station. Okay, that's after the coal drop-off. So he should go here. Is he just going to skip this one and go there? Because if so, that's going to be really annoying. Because he's just going to jump between there and the power station and use up power. Let me look here. Read train contents. Read stop trains. Read train count. It does send to train, so they can be used for weight conditions. Is there any way... let's look at our train here. Passenger present, circuit condition. Okay. So there is a circuit condition. So we could put... that's an idea. Instead of disabling the spot, we could give it... I'm wondering here. Train count. Enable, disable. So I could take that out. That would take this out. This sends to train, but what is it going to send to the train? If I take that out, what condition is going to come into this train? So if we hit this and we say that, full cargo and coal at 32K. Is that going to read the two things we have set? I've never actually used this before. Okay, so he's going to get here. He's going to empty his cargo. And he's technically going to wait here for this to get emptied, which he's not getting emptied that quickly. But see, then he's going to try to come back to this one. If I don't disable this. This is interesting. I'm going to have to think about how I actually want to do this. Because what I could do is add a second one, and I could set this to a blue, and we just say 1. We could set this one to a pink one, and we could set that to a 1. And then we could set this to, let's see, enable or disable. See, how do we get the... can I do this into here, and then this into here? Hit enable, disabled. It does not give me more than one. But I could do in here, condition, and we set it to the pull less than our 16K. So I should have just typed that. And then that will give us our blue thing there. So then we can have it enable or disable if the condition is that. So right now this train stop is disabled. Yes. Okay. And then if that actually gives that signal here, which it says it's connected, then at the same time that it enables it, I'm hoping it's going to give it a blue signal. And then that should tell this train that it needs to come to here, which will actually be open. And this is an AND for these and an OR for these. We don't want it that and that and that. We want it an OR for these. Maybe I should move these two up, but we're going to see if that works. So I'm going to let this go, and I'm actually going to copy this setting, and we're going to see if this works. And if this works, I'm going to love it. Okay. And we have another one of these, so that's good. So now we can set this one here, which actually let's move it over to here. And I didn't get the damn thing to the right one, but we want that. We want coal, and we want 16K. There we go. And then we have that connect there, and then a green one up to there. That gives that its thing, and we'll see what that does. Okay, so now that I'm done messing around with that, we'll see if it actually works. The only issue I can see with it is, now that I think about it, is maybe we should set this to an OR signal here. Because we don't... Oh, that's on coal pickup anyways. I need that on the drop-off. And we can't copy these, unfortunately. So I put them in the wrong place. I need them down here. So let me fix that quickly. Okay. That's fixed. And coal drop off 2, both of them say that they are empty. And we want to get rid of that. And I want to see if it'll wait here until it gets one of these signals. And we actually want to set this to equals, not less than. There we go. So instead of waiting to get full, it's going to wait right there for it to get one of those 2 signals. And it gets the signal, then it should be able to come and empty its cargo. And then okay, I'm going to leave that. We'll see if that works. We aren't using a whole lot of coal right now because I have managed to completely fill this chest with our hydrogen fuel. But I want to get a power station set up over here so we can get rid of the other one. And I have sat here and thought about it a bunch between doing the hydrogen cell and doing the high octane fuel canister. And even though this one is going to have a lot more fuel value and have a higher vehicle acceleration than what this one will have, this one has the bonus of using platinum pellets to make it, which will use up more of our pellets. It's not going to use up a ton, but it's going to use up some. And making the hydrogen to fill it is going to make us CO2. And if we use the high octane fuel, it actually needs ethanol, which we're using currently for plastic. I may end up changing my mind and changing this later, but as of right now, I'm going to set it up for making the hydrogen fuel cells. So first thing is we need to make these. And so I guess actually the first thing would be we need to get a train station set up. So let's get these trees out of here. And we can just set this up right here above where we're making our hydrogen anyways. That's going to be just a little bit too far. There we go. And then just in case we need it, we'll go ahead and extend these out so we have them coming out the other end. We'll put our thing here. We're going to set this as our new power station. So everybody can start coming here. We'll get this set there. And then we'll need to do this, and then here. And then we'll set this one here going for there, and there. That should take care of all of that. I'm going to go ahead and put one here just so this train can pull forward out of there to give us room for a second one to come in. I can always put extra area there if I need to. But let's go ahead and start setting up making our fuel cells, and we're going to use our, I think we're going to make these right here. We're not going to need a ton of these. We can do that to get the platinum in here. We're going to use a requester chest, and that's going to bring in our circuits, because we're definitely not trying to get them all the way over here. That literally would have to be right there to connect up there properly. If I grab one of these, yeah, I can put this like there. That'll be fine. Now that will give us that. We have the nano glass in here as well, so we can have that brought in. And I think we even have the chrome plates in here. I'm not 100% sure, but yes, we have everything in there we need for that, so we won't have to worry about belting any of that in here for this. And then we're going to need a bottling station. Do I have one on me? Does not look like I do. I can make one. Okay. And I honestly just want this right here. No, I don't. Why do I think I want that there? I don't want that there. I want this all the way up here, where it's going to be going into the train. And we can use a regular inserter because we're not going to need a ton of them going in, because they don't work like that. Okay. That. I'll just do that manually. And then we can just do this like that. Bring this over. Get one of these small ones. It can go up there like that. And then we'll have the train pull them out of there, put them into there. That is just outside, so we can put this right there. Oops, that was just a hair bit too close. There we go. And then that goes there. That'll make this our buffer. And then we will have logistics request for the empty hydrogen cells, and we'll just say like 50. So now this should have made them. So we can now have those come out, go into a storage chest, and we'll have this set to that, and we'll tell this to keep like 100 of them in here. There, so that'll make us 100 of them. These guys will bring them up, put them into there, and if I would have done this correctly, which I absolutely didn't, I would have been smart and put it over here, put that in there, get this out of here and put it there, so then I can do this to input them into here, except for the fact that I screwed that up, because we actually need the we need this hydrogen, not that hydrogen. So we now need to fix that. So we needed this hydrogen to come up. We need to get rid of all of that. We're not running it off of liquid hydrogen. Take all of that out of there. And then we're going to run this down. And this is going to be like that. So we'll do that and that with one of these here, and there we go. So now that should no. Okay. Oh, it's just done in an assembly machine. Well, kiss my ass. Okay. So we need to change it again. This is what I get for thinking that I knew what it was going to take to do this. Okay, so we want to set that to that. Turn that. Which now we need this over to here. So we're going to get rid of that. And over to there. There we go. Now we're getting our hydrogen cells made. Okay. And like I said, we should not need to load more than one of them in here at a time. And this should be perfectly fine doing that. I am going to change over my request here. So where is my batteries? Because that's what I'm currently using. We want to change this over to empty cells, and we want to keep them at 0. We want to set this one for, and I'm going to say 10 is going to be plenty. Except I didn't set it to the fuel cell. There we go. Now that'll give us 10 of them. And then I can put this here with one of these. Set that to that. And again, we do this. And we tell this that we want those, and just keep me 10 of them in there for now, that's fine. So now that will keep me in hydrogen cells, which then I will be using in my discharge equipment instead of batteries now. So these will go in for both of these instead of the batteries. Alright, so now the last thing that we need to get done for this one is we're going to make a advanced battery generator. And so we need a junction box and some coils. And the reason for that is we're going to start emptying all of these full batteries that we have. And then we're going to eventually recycle them. Our junction boxes should be... I went way too far. Hold on. Junction boxes should be made right here. Alright, how many do we need for this? We just need one. Okay, I'll take 2. And then we need a... if I can move just enough. A few of those. And we could almost use this like an emergency accumulator if we wanted to. But let's go ahead and just set this here. And then we can do this. And that'll start putting them in here. I'm going to go ahead and throw the 20 I have on me in there. And now as we need power, that'll start generating us power. Releases energy stored in charged batteries and cells for use by the local grid. Use Shift E to toggle between the default low priority, equivalent to accumulators, and a high priority will charge accumulators. Okay, so right now it's in low mode. We do that, now it's in high mode. So now it's in high mode. So once our solar panels come down, we should kick that in. So we'll have to see if it does or not. And then we want to basically stop this from inserting batteries. We're not going to need charged batteries anymore, because I don't believe we're using charged batteries anywhere other than for power. So we don't want this to charge anymore. Give me those. Those don't need to be in there. And we want to get rid of that so it isn't charging them anymore. It's just going to store them up in here. And then we can have those eventually get called for and set up to go to our scrapping. That way we can get the lead back out of them. Because when we made these, it was 4 lead plate and 6 steel. So we'll get some steel and some lead out of it by recycling them. And we could sit, and we need to set this. Hey, look, it's working. Yep, it's doing its thing. So accumulators are using their power. It's making power. I'm not. Oh, our accumulator power is not going down, so our reactor isn't kicking on. We need to basically disable these because we don't want the steam. Oh, actually, that's not this steam running. Okay. So this 9.6 that it's getting right now is just from these up here. Yeah, it's mainly these up here. Okay. But since we're doing a whole lot of work around here, did I ever actually do that? Oh, yeah, I do. I have an accumulator set there. So it won't take power from that. Okay, never mind. We already did that. Okay. So power came back up, and we went ahead and emptied 4 of those batteries. Alright, so now we just need to set this up so it can output those batteries, which honestly we can just get rid of every bit of this. We don't need those batteries to go all the way over there. We can just put our storage box right there and put our dead batteries in there, and it will input them into there. And it would be kind of interesting to use this for a, well, we could use it for a couple things, honestly. We could put them into trains, not as fuel, but we could set them up to load from this power grid, and then instead of running power way out here, we could actually have a train bring them out and drop them off out here to power this area for us. Not that that's anything I'm going to do, but it might be something for when we start pumping this area for oil. We might actually do it for that. We could load the system here, put them on a train, send them out, and then have that do the power for the pumping and, you know, whatever we have up there for defense. Alright, so that will be our new power station. One thing we do need to do is we need to change the name of this, which we're just going to name Dead for right now, because no train will come to Dead. We can get rid of that and just throw this into there. And then, since we're going to be having the empty batteries dropped off little by little over here, we will need to have a way to pull those out of the train as well. So if I make a provider chest. That'll provide it to the network. Yeah, that should work. I barely ever use provider chests, but this is one place that I could see needing one. Just give me... That's not steel. Just give me a bit of steel here. And then I can make a provider chest. And so I have one to test this out. Let's come over here and grab one of these empty batteries. And let's see how it works. Okay, so provider chest there, and we'll put in one of those. It's going to take it out, and then it should bring it. Where are you putting that? Why are you going down there? Hey, you're supposed to be coming over here. No, right there. You went right where you're supposed to. Perfect. That's what we wanted to do. The only thing we need to do, though, is we need to make this a filtered one and tell it that we want dead high capacity batteries only, and we should, for right now, do this one and tell it those only. So for right now, while it's still trying to get those emptied out of there, that'll take care of it. Alright, so I do believe that is our new power station. I do need to get this done, so we don't have to worry about our trains getting lost there. Alright, so that'll be it, and I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you then.